Today I've got this most excellent Charvette by Charvel, and I want to answer the question, is this guitar good? So going from top to bottom, the front of the headstock is really nice and clean. The only thing close to a dent or a chip is right on the very tip of the pointy part. You can barely see it. It's got the truss rod cover, but it's missing the bolts for the locking nut. Fortunately, it has this regular nut, a synthetic nut, in addition to the locks. So I've got it set up right now just to use it as a regular guitar. I did file down all the slots so that the unwound strings are less than 17 thousandths of an inch above the first fret, and the wound strings are less than 20 thousandths of an inch over the first fret. It feels really nice and plays really nice. As for the back of the headstock, it's also pretty clean. It's got these Jackson branded tuners. They're a little bit clumsy to tune up, but they do stay in tune really well. I don't think it needs a locking nut because these tuners are good. On the back of the neck, it's got little spots. You can kind of feel a dent. I think this was resting against a table over the years, but there's no major dings that you'll feel. The neck's in great shape. I did give this guitar a full fret level. Leveled the frets, crowned them, and polished them, and then I set up the action. Plays great, and there's no buzzing. When I set it up, of course, I also adjusted the saddles, not just for height, but also for intonation. All of the notes are in tune when you play them. Where the neck meets the body in the neck pocket, there are some very small cracks in the paint. I don't think that's in the body because it feels very solid. And when I flex it back and forth, I don't see the gap getting any bigger or smaller. Obviously, it's missing the back plate. That's not an issue for me. These strap buttons are awesome. Now, these pickups are awesome. I had to redo the wiring entirely when I got it because it was a mess, but everything plays perfect. The pots, the switch, the pickups, everything's working perfect. The pickup cover, you can kind of see there's a little crack in there. I did super glue it so it's solid now, but you can kind of see there where there was a little crack once. Now the humbucker says Charvel USA. I'm kind of skeptical of whether that's actually made in the USA or if it's just saying Charvel based in the USA. But I'm pretty sure that it's made in Korea. It's a very high quality Korea guitar though. I don't have the trem. I don't have the bar for the tremolo here, but it is floating. So you can still use the tremolo, or you can just lift it up and down with your hand while you're playing. One of the coolest things on this guitar, even if you're not using the locking nut, is that it has the fine tuning adjusters on the bridge. These are really cool to help you tune up. When I tune up with these and I'm looking at the tuner, it's almost like I'm just dialing up the lights on the tuner. These are real precise. On the bottom there are some marks, but they're not too bad, nothing under the elbow. So it's an old guitar and it's been beat up a little bit. But considering its age, I'd say it's in great shape. The jack was a little bit rusty, some WD-40 and scrubbing, cleaned it up a lot. It works perfect. Aside from the basic stats, the other main reason why this guitar is a really good guitar is how the pickups sound. So I'll give you a demo of that. Is the humbucker. Compare that with the two single coils. I'll select just the middle pickup. I'd use this maybe for playing jazzy kind of stuff. If I want to play something bluesy, I might use just the bridge pickup. so scales I might play on the humbucker. It gets a great all-around tone, pretty even from low to high. Of course, what I mostly use this guitar for is distorted tones. I'll start with just the neck pickup, play some heavier stuff. Using the single coil is great when you're chunking, but it's still got a lot of single coil grit when you're using them both, and of course it cancels the hum. I'll play that riff with the humbucker, just for comparison. Gets a little more of the higher mids. Also with the humbucker. With the two single coils. And the humbucker again. And the single coils. I think I've covered most of it, but I want to continue jamming. So I'm going to put on a loop that I made with my keyboard and jam to that.